So shooters and reloaders out there, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the hot lead zone, and today's video is for Nick J. So Nick's wondering when I'm going to start doing some of the white powder coat by Harbor Freight. Well, once again, Harbor Freight is easily accessible and it's not expensive powder coating. So we have the red that you know I've been doing. Well, for Nick J wants to know when I'm going to start doing the white, so I went ahead and emptied out the red powder coat by just dumping it into the aluminum foil and then using it to pour back into the bottle for red. Well, here's our white. Let's go ahead and dump it in. And some of you might wonder why I'm using the white. Why not the black? Well, the answer is I don't want to have bullets that are invisible in my revolver cylinders. I want those bullets to show, not be camouflaged in the dark, like the black would do. It would almost look like the gun's not loaded. So there you go, there's the white. We'll go ahead and add our bullets. So you see that I've put in a good amount of the round nose Lee 44 bullets, and this is now ready to go ahead and tumble. Now I'm not loading this thing excessively because you don't want to put too many in. This is about a good amount. Now you notice when changing from color red to color white, all we need is a rag to wipe this, because you don't want any water in here, and by wiping it you can actually clear it and get ready for a color change without too much trouble. There we go, we're tumbling for about 20 minutes and then let's see what we have. Give you a look at the action of that turbo tumbler doing the powder coat, and you see the little geysering effect of the powder there. Really helps get it distributed on those bullets, and the vibratory tumbler is causing the powder to stick to the bullets. That's a very good sign. So there you see the Black & Decker toaster oven that is heating up to preheat to 400 degrees. Show you those controls. There's the 400. It's on bake. And I just have the timer going on for now. We'll reset it for 20 minutes when the powder coated bullets go in. Now, shooters and reloaders, here's after 20 minutes of tumbling, and I can see why some powder coaters don't like the Harbor Freight white, because it's a very thin coating. So they tend to want to do two coats. Well, we're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and put this in and see what we get. Right in there it goes. Set for 20 minutes. And let's see what cooks. Now in the meantime, we create a nice little spout here in our aluminum foil, and we pour that back into the tumbler, like you see here. Now we're wearing our respirator. Now we'll add some more bullets and tumble some more. 20 minutes in the toaster oven coincides with 20 minutes tumbling. So by the time this is done tumbling, the other batch is already done cooking. Well, Nick J and shooters and reloaders out there, that Harbor Freight white does not look too good. One coat doesn't quite do it. So we might try a second coat and see what happens. So you see, Nick J, the reason why this works is that you see those bullets are going around, they are generating static electricity against the plastic of the tumbler. This is a Lyman turbo tumbler, and that causes the powder to stick. Well, the problem with the white is it doesn't quite cover as well as the red does. but it looks like it's covering, but when we go ahead and cook that at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, it comes out looking marbled. So you can see from this view how we get a kind of a marbled look with that white. Instead of a nice solid white coating, we get a marbled look. Well, that isn't bad, actually. And it's a thin coating, which is what we want. So maybe this will be just fine. It kind of looks like the finish on that tile that those bullets are sitting on. Well, Nick J, this is what happens if you let the bullets cool off too much. While they're warm, all you gotta do is use your hands and rub this and they all come apart. But when they're cold, they're more firmly joined together. So here's what you do to get these separated. So you just do the drop from not too far away. See, you just start dropping it. There you go. There you go. They come apart. Like this. And the drop separation process did not hurt the bullets. These are one-time coated with the Harbor Freight white. However, since I'm used to doing 45-45-10 system, and the 45-45-10 gives you a little bit of an antique-y look, I don't mind this marbled look. It actually isn't bad at all. It's quite pleasing. So we don't need a pure white bullet, and in fact it would take 3 coats to get that. It's not worth the trouble. Once I get these loaded into cartridge cases, I think you'll see that it doesn't look bad with this marbled look. And I like the thinness of this coating. And shooters and reloaders, here's the squash test, where we beat this thing flat, and you can actually see there's powder coat on the top of the bullet that got smashed flat, but it's still there, and on the sides it didn't peel off. So that's a good coating. So shooters and reloaders, whether we have single white powder coated or double white powder coated, we got good bullets here to load. See you next video. Bye for now.